Hello, this is teddygaming and welcome back to another very interesting video. Because if you don't know, SDCC is going on right now, and they currently just finished up the TMNT comic book panel, and what they revealed is really interesting, as we have quite a few new images in terms of new comic book series, as well as upcoming issues with actual covers, as well as inside panels. So yeah, let's actually get into this one. Okay, so we're going to first start off with the Strange Thing crossover. So this one is currently ongoing series, sort of. We've got 3 more issues left. The first one just came out, I think it's about a week ago. And must admit, so far, it's off to a decent start. And what we have here is a image for an upcoming issue. I'm not too sure what issue it could be. I'm guessing maybe issue 2, just because they're fighting demons and stuff like that. And this is like the the first page, and yeah, must admit, so far it's off to a really decent start, and do get to see the versions and how they go through the process of drawing it, which must be pretty cool to see in the different drafts, which is really cool, and do get to see in black and white. And then on the next one we do get to see all in colour. It's not a great shot, but you know, it is what it is. So then coming into the IW ongoing series, which I'd say is where things really pick up and start going places, because what we have going here is pretty interesting. So the first thing we do have here is not really too interesting, I would say, but we do have the comic book panel or page or a cover for issue 145, and we do get to see the process of them going through and making this cover, which I must admit is pretty interesting to see all the different designs and drafts that went through to make this cover. I must admit it's pretty interesting to see that they more or less kept it the same sort of way throughout. So yeah, and then this is actually the actual full actual cover that will be released in a few months, and this artist is actually the one who's doing the the Armageddon game stuff. So the actual Armageddon game book, not the ongoing series book that tied into Armageddon game stuff. So it must admit it's really great to hear that this artist is coming back. I did really enjoy their artwork, so it's great to see that. And we do get to see that Donatello is in the mouth of Armageddon, which is really interesting. Now this whole story arc is supposed to be leading up to the eventual stuff with Armageddon and issue 150. So I got a feeling that this story arc could be interesting to see where they do take things. So yeah. So then going into the next one, we do get to see a brand new comic book series that's supposed to be coming out, I'm going to say either at the end of this year or maybe next year. They haven't said, well, I mean, they haven't really given out any sort of details about it. But this mini-series is going to be called The Untold Destiny of the Foot Clan. And this one's going to be really interesting just because this one is being written by Eric Burham? Yeah, I think that's how you say his name. And that person has written so many Tell stuff. He's doing the Alliance, he's doing the Sailor Moon Adventures continued stuff, he's done the Secret History of the Foot Clan, the Ghostbusters stuff. So this is a really talented writer, so that's great to hear. But the artist for this one is Mateus Santoloco, and well, I feel like you already know his artwork. You know, you've seen him in Shred and Hell, you've seen him at Full stuff, he's done the Secret History of the Foot Clan, so it's great to have him back on the book. And I must admit, it's really interesting with what they're doing for this mini-series, just because if you don't know with Karai and all what's going on with the Foot Clan, basically the Foot Clan have gone into the film plays with Karai, Bill Rocksteady, who else? We had Zodi, we had Chrissy, Clyde and Casey Jones, and they're all going to find some information about in the film plays. So I must admit, it's going to be interesting. So I'm curious to see how many issues this one has. I've got a feeling probably it's going to have 5, so yeah. And then this one, we do have some artwork for this one in terms of the character designs, and oh boy, they're amazing. So yeah, looking at this first one here, we do get to see Karai in many different outfits, and I must admit, they all do look really amazing. I must admit, I think that this whole outfit for Karai just works and just screams Karai / Shredder, but it just works so well. I really hope that this whole outfit carries on into the ongoing series. This one just looks amazing, and yeah, I love it for some reason. And then for the next character we do have quite a lot of concept art for is Casey Jones. And again, this one is just so amazing. We do get to see Casey in a more foot attire thing. Also want to say that this is more of a garage working type thing with all the overalls, which I think works really well. But the thing that is really interesting for me is the fact that it has loads of different weapons which are all in different colours, which I don't know if that's going to mean anything, but a blue hockey stick, red orange hockey stick, pretty interesting. But he has a foot symbol on his hockey mask. And this is just, I don't really know what to really say about it. That's just amazing. That's just so great. I can't wait to see what we're going to do with Casey in this series, as I feel like there's like potential for this one to be really interesting, really great, depending on what we do with it. But you know, so far what they've shown so far and who's been working on this one, I've got a feeling that's going to be really great. And then for the next character, which is a brand new character, which I'm presuming so far, and I do get to see this character in this like samurai mecha suit type thing, which has a blade. And I must admit, so far, I do like the design for the robot suit so far. It looks really cool, really interesting. I don't really know what this character is going to really do in this miniseries, but so far looks pretty decent. And then for the final one, which we do have some concept art for, is we do have Toshiro, which I must admit looks decent. I'm surprised they're including him in the series, but yeah. We do have Natsu, which I must admit again looks really cool. And then Zodi, which I must admit, this costume is just the best. I love the foot symbol, the reds, the blacks. Her costume just works so well for her character. And then we have Clyde, and yeah, to be honest, I don't really care all too much for Clyde for this series. I got a feeling he's going to like possibly be like the Michelangelo of the group. So I think it's either going to be a good thing or a bad thing. But so far, not really looking forward to his character in it, but it will be what it is. And then for the next thing, which is really interesting, we do have the announcement of the TMNT The Last Ronin 2 Re-Evolution. So yeah, this one is pretty interesting. So far, this one is slated to come out in December, but we all know that with delays, it's probably going to come out in January or February. So yeah, be around that sort of time. And I must admit, so far, it seems pretty interesting, as it seems as though that's going to take off like where basically the Lost Years like ended, which I do think could be interesting depending on what we do with it. But also with the turtles themselves, is the thing that like gets me the most excited for this one, is because these turtles are all dressed up in like Last Ronin, like I want to say colours, like with the blacks and also the reds, but then also having all the turtles' weapons, which I don't know. I mean, I think that this could be an interesting thing, but at the same time, I just don't think it really works too well for making them like their own unique character or something like that. So you know, it is what it is. But I must admit, so far this one just, I don't really know what to really think about it, because I'm looking forward to this one, but I don't really know. I think it's going to be wait and see type of situation if this one's actually going to be good or not, but I've got a feeling it will be, just because it's The Last Ronin. And we do have another cover, which I must admit was pretty cool. We do get to see a Kevin Eastman one, which is in black and white. And I must admit, so far, this series could be interesting and really great, just depending on what they actually do in this series. Just because, you know, in this one, they're going to be fighting for power and stuff like that, and new corruption and for the city. So, basic tell stuff, but it's just going to be really interesting to see what we do in this mini-series. And yeah. And then for the final bit, we do have some stuff for the Saturday Morning Adventures. We do get to see some stuff for the, the Halloween special. We do get to see, I think this character is called Creepy Eddie. He's from the cartoon. Yeah, I don't know too much to read about it, but so far this one looks pretty cool, really interesting. I must admit, it's somewhat weird, a little bit interesting to see that the only bits coloured on this page are the Toad's bandanas. So I do find that a little bit weird, but also pretty cool nonetheless. And then also we do have this final bit here. We do get to see, I think this is like another story in that Halloween special, which could be cool. And these characters we do have is Zap the Fifth Turtle. Yeah, that's pretty cool, I want to say. But yeah, I must admit, so far with this year, with the announcements for SDCC for the comic book stuff, it hasn't been as good as last year's one, where they announced so much. But yeah, I must admit, so far this one has been pretty decent with what they revealed. I do think that this Last Ronin stuff is going to be really interesting, depending on what we do with it. And also, I'd really do like what we're doing with this stuff, with the Untold Destiny of Foot Clan. Could be interesting, really great. Again, just depends what we do in that series. But I must admit, so far, what they revealed is being really great. And I don't think they're going to reveal anything else, but if they do, I'll try to let you guys know. But yeah. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below. What things are you looking forward to the most about this whole reveal? I must admit, so far, it is the Cry stuff and the Foot Clan. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today, guys. If you doesn't, please share, like, subscribe, and all stuff. Goodbye, yo, bye.